ever stumble on one of those indie games, the ones that kind of come out of nowhere, and they've got this unique style, maybe a story that really pulls you in.
Yeah, totally. Feels like finding a hidden gem, right?
Yeah.
Especially these days when there's just so many games out there.
100%. But finding those gems, tough. It's like a needle in a haystack situation. And that's where this company, Lizard Labs, well, they got my attention. They're all about doing that for Web3 Gaming with this new platform, the Lizard Lounge.
And they're really pushing that whole curation angle.
Yeah.
Which, smart move. From the stuff you send over, looks like they're actually being picky about the games, even got the community involved somehow.
Oh, hold up. Really? It's not just any game that gets on there? Okay, now that's interesting. This whole community involvement thing, have they actually said how that works?
Oh, yeah, they have. It's kind of subtle. But in those launch materials, there's a whole voting system. Users get to actually have a say in what games Lizard Labs picks up next. So, imagine actually impacting what games end up on the platform.
Okay, yeah, that's actually different. So how does this Lizard Lounge even work? What am I, the gamer, actually doing there?
Well, from the screenshots, it's got this sleek, gamified kind of vibe, all about discovery and engagement, which makes sense when you consider their launch strategy. A $3 million WELIZ airdrop.
3 mil. All right, you've got my attention. But for those of us who aren't, crypto experts, what's an airdrop in this context?
Basically, it's a way for these projects to, generate some hype and reward the folks who are in early. They give away some of their crypto. In this case, download the app, go through the whole onboarding thing, bam, you're entered to win a piece of that $3 million.
So it's like a welcome gift for just checking the platform out.
Yeah.
Smart, get people in the door, and if the games are as good as they're saying.
Exactly. Early community, get that momentum going. And once you're in, looks like they've got other ways to keep you engaged too. Loot boxes, for example, you earn those through bounties.
Bounties. Okay, now that's where things get interesting. Break that down for me.
So from what they've shown, these bounties are like tasks you can do within the Lizard Lounge. Inviting friends, giving feedback on the games, maybe even creating some content.
So you're not just playing, you're participating in this whole ecosystem around the games and potentially getting rewarded for it.
Right. And the brief mentions these loot boxes can have WELIZ in them, their cryptocurrency. They're being kind of cagey on the specifics, but sounds like you could then use that WELIZ to, say, stake for more rewards later on.
Hold on, staking. There's another one for the glossary. Explain it to me.
Think of it like putting your LIZ to work. You're basically locking it up for a bit, and in return, Lizard Labs platform gives you more LIZ as a reward, encourages you to hold on to the currency, be a part of their ecosystem.
Less about day trading, more about, I believe in this whole thing long term.
Exactly. And that long-term vision. It seems to be tied to this whole Guardian of Gaming thing they keep mentioning.
Right, the Guardian of Gaming title. They're really leaning into that. So what actually makes someone a Guardian, and what do you get for it?
Well, you don't get a badge or a cape or anything. Not that they've shown us, at least.
Oh man, a little lizard cape would be kind of cool. But all right, so what is it really?
From what you shared, sounds more like, a philosophy. Like how you see yourself in their whole ecosystem, early adopters, championing quality gaming, believing in the Web3 thing.
And probably holding on to some WELIZ. But okay, that quality gaming bit, that's what I'm most curious about. Are the games they're picking actually any good?
$1 million question.
Right.
And they actually address it, which I give them props for. They put descriptions of their first few partner games right in the launch material.
Where the Web3 stuff actually seems, integrated. It does make their whole Guardian of Gaming pitch a bit more believable. They're being picky, right? Not just throwing any game up there.
Right, exactly. And that curating extends to the community too, from what I've seen. They're really pushing that feedback, that communication aspect. Even mentioned regular AMAs with the devs of their partner games.
Okay, now that's cool. Speaking as a gamer, nothing more frustrating than feeling like, devs don't listen. If Lizard Labs is actually offering that direct line, huge plus.
For sure. Plays into this bigger trend too, right? Web3 gaming, moving towards transparency, community being more involved, players having more ownership.
Which, let's be real, is refreshing after some of the less than ideal stuff we've seen in the crypto space. Remember that whole breed digital cats get rich thing?
Yeah, exactly. But got to keep those cautionary tales in mind, even when a project seems cool.
Absolutely. So for our listeners who are thinking, okay, Lizard Labs, I'm intrigued. Maybe they're tired of the same old games. Maybe they like this whole community aspect. Maybe they just want a shot at that $3 million. What's the first step? Where do they even start?
Step one, simple. download the Lizard Lounge app.
Okay, download the app. Then what? Do I need to like buy less LZ right away?
Nope. The airdrop's totally free to enter. Download, go through the onboarding. Boom, you're in the running for free, less IZ.
So you could be earning rewards without spending anything.
Exactly. And while you're in the app, poke around. They've got their whole vision laid out, descriptions of the games.
And those bounties, don't forget about those. You can earn LIZ by doing tasks right.
That's right. Good way to dip your toes in, maybe earn some rewards. But before anyone dives headfirst into Lizard Lounge.
We got to talk about the elephant in the room, or maybe it's a lizard in the lounge. Crypto, it's a wild world.
Yeah.
What's the responsible play here?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's exciting to see a project like Lizard Labs kind of shaking things up, but excitement, not always the best guide, especially in crypto.
So no emptying the savings account for like a lifetime supply of LIZ, even if those lizard avatars are pretty cute.
Probably not the best financial advice.
Oh,
like
pretty.
Anything new, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Got to weigh the rewards against the risks. Speaking of risks, one thing gamers are always on the lookout for: scams. How's Lizard Labs look there?
From what I'm seeing, they seem pretty aware of the security stuff. A whole section on the website about it, secure wallets, phishing attempts, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, good sign. Transparency is key.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they're putting in the effort to, educate the community.
Which, I mean, that's what this Guardian of Gaming thing is about, right? Protecting the games, the community, all of it.
Exactly. But even with precautions, people got to do their own research. Don't take our word for it. Don't even take Lizard Labs' word for it.
Right.
Look at the team, what they've done before, those partner games. Read reviews. See if they actually live up to all this.
Because a platform is only as good as the games on it, right?
100%. And honestly, a good community can make or break it. See if Lizard Labs is on social media, check their Discord, get a feel for the vibe. Are people actually hyped about the games? Having good conversations.
That's such a good point, because at the end of the day, games are social.
Exactly. If Lizard Labs can really build that community, that feeling of like shared ownership, could be onto something special.
Okay, so wrapping things up here. We've really dug into Lizard Labs, their whole vision, got a little, philosophical about the future of gaming even. What's the takeaway? What do we want our listeners thinking about after they finish this?
Lizard Labs I think it's a really interesting look at what gaming could be. Players with more say, community actually mattering, finding those amazing games being like the norm, not just a lucky break.
But as always, with crypto, gotta be careful. Do your research. Don't invest what you can't afford to lose.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So whether you jump into this Lizard Lounge thing, become a guardian of gaming, that's up to you. But got to give them credit. Lizard Labs is making Web3 gaming interesting again. I'm really curious to see what they do next.
Me too. That's the thing about innovation, right? It's unpredictable, but that's part of the fun.